I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rock in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. JJ, I'm with you, bro. Off rip. Hey, Jake. I'm calling you Jake the Snake. Bye, Jake the Snake. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, Jake the Snake. Bye, Jake the Snake. Peace. Peace. Almighty Finesse is in the building. Antisocial. Yo. Hey, so blue tears, orange tears, blorange tears. Bim. Blue tears, orange tears, blorange tears, bim. Salute to the members of the channel. Salute to y'all. Salute to all the Patreons. Man, listen, we trying to put content out there for y'all. We trying to put that extra content out there for y'all. So, Antisocial, Nick G, you know what I'm saying? We putting stuff out there, and we'll continue to put like the extra stuff out there for y'all, man. It's a dope experience for me. And I'm glad I can provide that extra stuff. Right? Yo, so let me get into my bag real quick. I've been thinking about this all day, man. Had a lot of stuff going on today, man. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Got a lot of stuff going on. Bruce Taylor's in the building. Ed Winning. JJ Kerry Cox. Almighty Finesse, bro. We've been missing you, bro. What's good? Yep. So here's my thing. Here's the thing. I just want to say something real quick, man. So I've been on this little journey, man, since like the end of September. Since like mid-September through today. GI, the ghetto intellect is in the building. I just saw I just saw your thing on something, bro. I gotta holler at you. I gotta holler at you. I gotta holler at you, bro. But yo, so I've been going on this thing since like mid-September, and this is just like a personal thing, right? That I'm sharing with y'all. Y'all know me. I don't hide nothing from y'all. I mean, I hide some stuff. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you like how much money I make or what my phone bill is. I ain't gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying, how many cars I got. All that stuff's not important. Time from Huntington, what's good? What's good? John Infante, man, it's good to see you, man. So since about mid-September, me and Miss Mocha have been going through some stuff, like with some medical stuff. Well, today, Miss Mocha got to ring the bell. Miss Mocha got to ring the bell, right? And she was cute, you know what I'm saying? Had her hair done, you know what I'm saying? Nails all clean and all kind of stuff. And so she walks up to the bell on the wall and she ring the bell. And your man, Uncle Freezy, just break down in tears, man. Yo, your man, Uncle Freezy, just break down in tears. Yo, listen, man. And I'm going to get to the Knicks. I'm going to get to Leon Rose. I just wanted to share this with y'all so that y'all will understand what the inconsistencies were on the channel over the past, say, 8 to 10 weeks or whatever. People like, man, Uncle Freezy, man, he don't do it on this certain schedule. He don't do it on this. He was doing the Knicks morning drive in the mornings at 9, and now it's all over the place. Well, today, Miss Mocha got to ring the bell, and your man broke down in tears, man. Even right now, man, I'm like, man, some things in life, bro. Some things in life, you take them for granted until it's threatened, and then you rethink everything, right? So with that said, tomorrow I'll probably do a big celebration with Miss Mocha early. I know we got a game tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow, but got a surprise for y'all. Man. So your main man, Uncle Freezy, is gonna collab with GLO Mavs. Right? They do the Mavs stuff, the Dallas Mavericks stuff, just like us. So for a little while, post game, I'll go over there and hang out with them and tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, how real New York Knicks fans do it. So of course, I'm gonna be alluding to the Tom from Huntington's, the JJs, the everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we passionate Knicks fans, man, and even though we lose, we stick with this team, rain, sleet, or snow. Right? For Shizza's in the building, what's good? And then in the upcoming days or so, once they get, because it's a group of them too, just like it's a group of us. And so in the coming days, once they figure out, the best day, they're going to come on and jump over here with us and talk, Knicks basketball, along with some Dallas Mavericks basketball, and how Mavericks fans view the Knicks and how Mavericks fans view the Knicks front office, so that you guys can get a perspective of how other teams and how other fans in Knicks universe view us. Right. And so on my agenda to speak with them about is, dang it, JJ, stop reading my mind, bro. JJ is in my head right now. Hey, JJ, can JJ is beating me to the punch, yo. So JJ, they, they don't want to lose. Trust me, they're not thinking about tanking. They want to win, right? But they want to fix some stuff, right? And so I'm going to talk to them about, their young players like Josh Green and others, and talk about the win or loss, whichever way it went. If the Knicks win, we'll talk about the Mavs loss, if, vice versa. And so what I've been doing for the past few days is I've been searching around for guys. I reached out to the Cleveland Cavaliers guys too, because I know we have them coming up. So I want to do the same thing with them. That way we could talk to them about maybe some Donovan Mitchell and how they felt about the Donovan Mitchell acquisition, and a bunch of stuff about the Knicks. So I want to expand a little bit so it won't just be, and listen, and shout out to my guy. I'm gonna put Coach out there for an example. I love Coach, but so y'all won't listen. So every day y'all won't hear say Coach pounding the table being the public defender for RJ Barrett. You know what I'm saying? Expand what it is, the quality and content that we given. I love Coach, and Coach do have a lot of insights. That's my man. I just hit him up right before I jumped on. But want to kind of expand some stuff, make this thing doper for y'all. Kenny Payne in the building. What's good? What's good? So let me get on this thing. So shout out to everybody in the chat. If I didn't say your name, man, that every time I think about Mo and the stuff she went through, it kind of get me in a, what I'm saying? But listen, I love y'all the same, though. I kind of got this love for the Knicks fan base, man. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that, you got to have a lot of love for the Knicks and Knicks fans in order to do this constantly. But let me get back to the point that I want to make with y'all. So Leon Rose has decisions to make, right? And the decisions Leon Rose has on his docket are not just Band-Aid moves, but these moves threaten his mortality. So JJ says, I'm nervous we won't get Mavs or Wizards first rounders this year. That would hurt. Yeah, it would hurt. Miss Geraldine is in the building. Miss Geraldine, how you doing? How the bowling going? This should be in season right here for you, December. It's a little nippy outside. Everybody inside. Miss Mo asked me if I want to go bowling tonight. And I was like, nah, I got to go see Pudge Nice. Yeah. Mo was like, man, you want to go bowling? I was like, I don't know. I got to go see Pudge Nice, man. The Knicks is in the building. What's good? So back to the Leon Rose thing, right? The decisions Leon Rose have to make right now is not just about top-notch teams in the building. The decision that Leon Rose has to make right now is not about tinkering. See, the time for tinkering is over, because once you get midway and towards the end of your contract, man, you got to produce results, because now, your boss is in decision-making mode. Your boss is thinking, do I keep him or do I find someone else? Right? Adam is in the building. Because what it is Dolan can't wait until, and listen to me, or smart individuals will not wait until the end of the current employer's contract to consider who his replacement is if that employee is being replaced. Right? Miss Geraldine says, my team is in a bit of a slump. I've been off for a while. What's going on? Y'all bowling at the same place? I don't understand it, Miss Geraldine. Y'all bowling at the same place? Did you change your balls? You been sick lately or something? So if you're James Dolan, do you wait until the last minute to make a decision on Leon Rose in his front office? And I don't think he is. The one thing about James Dolan that you cannot say is that he is not smart. Now, there have been times where you could say he is not aware, right? You know, like his awareness may be off. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you let Charles Oakley do all that stuff to you and you not change seats? I understand. Listen, Dolan, I understand you're the boss, but you own the entire arena, right? When Charles Oakley was doing that thing, you could have got up and left and sat in the owner's suite. You got one. Every owner has one, right? Your awareness, his awareness sometimes may be lacking, but you can't say he's not smart. Dude is very smart, almost brilliant, right? Sometimes his awareness may not be in the right place, though. Okay. I got like 7 texts back to back from like 4 different people. I'm sorry. Jay Boogie and Anthony D and some others. So when it comes to this thing with Leon Rose is in Worldwide L is in the building. Worldwide L was good, man. One of the top 10 people in Knicks universe I gotta meet within the next year or so. One of the top 10 people in Knicks universe that I gotta meet right there, Worldwide L. Got to. Too much in common. Right? Got to. Right? But here's the thing. Here's my point though. If you're Leon Rose, you know this. Because Leon Rose has been in the catbird seat before. And he understands how contracts work. Right? So Leon Rose knows that his mortality is at stake. He knows this. And it's not in a good or bad way. It's just what it is. You know, at the very beginning, you agreed to a certain term. And when that term is up, the owner owes you nothing. You fulfilled your obligation. Right? You fulfilled your obligation. So if you're Leon Rose, you're on what they call shaky ground. Right? Because you don't want to do a mega move and look desperate and then get fired. But you don't want to do a soft move and come across, well, soft. So what move is there to be done to improve the Knicks? Are you doing a franchise move? Are you going to do a franchise altering move, you know, to change the direction of the franchise? Or are you going to reinforce the fringes? Are you going to try to pull the trigger on Zach LaVine? Or are you going to try to secure a Robert Covington? Who? Right. Now, having faith with the guys that you have on your roster can be a double-edged sword. Having faith on your roster can be a double-edged sword because you could be so dialed in to your plan and your purpose that you don't realize your plan and purpose is flawed. And when you double down on a flawed purpose and a flawed plan, it makes you look incompetent. Right? Sherwin, what's good, buddy? Sherwin says, if you are Leon Rose, you do nothing, nothing, nothing. Right. Is that right? Is that right? Now, Sherwin, that might make sense in a some type of theorem that had a complicated, say a complicated thing, right? So the theorem to that would be the problem is so complicated, it's perplexing. So the answer to it is do nothing and allow more information to come in. In this case, though, in this case, you're looking at the Knicks and you're thinking, well, how come Obi Toppin is a third-year top 8 pick that's not starting? That's a legit question to ask, right? I'm asking the chat, how come Obi Toppin is a top 8 pick who was drafted as NBA ready, is not starting going into his third NBA season? Is that an Obi Toppin issue? Is that a coaching issue? Or did the front office make a misstep? Right? T. Smith is in the building. So think about the complications here. Think about the complications here, right? Obi Toppin is a third-year top 8 pick that is not starting, and he's not thriving. And some would say over the last 5 to 6 games, he's been regressing. Is that an Obi issue? Is that a coaching issue? Or did the front office make the mistake of grabbing him? Right? So this is the type of thing on Leon Rose's palette right now. Leon Rose has to make the decision. This is 2+ seasons with Obi. This is his third season. Have we seen enough of Obi? Have we seen enough of Obi to determine that Obi may not fit the future of the New York Knicks? James Lee, thank you for the generous contribution. James Lee says, it's a front office misstep for sure. Randall had team option. Should have exercised that rather than giving him the 4-year extension. Definitely front office. Nobody but front office. Right? And so my thing is I'm not going to speak to Obi as a player. I don't want to be critical of Obi. What I'm talking about is the thing from Leon Rose's, like, put yourself in Leon Rose's shoes, right? Not as a fan, right? Not as a fan. Put yourself in Leon Rose's shoes. There's a decision to make, right? Is Obi doing what he needs to do in order to be an NBA starter? And if he is, how come he's not an NBA starter? Right? The coaching staff. Is the coach using Obi Toppin the correct way to fit his skill set and fit what works best for the team? If he is using Obi and getting the best out of Obi, how come the team is not winning more games? Because the coach is thinking about the team, hit the wins and losses. It's as simple as that. Rich Boy is in the building. Tom Thibodeau was thinking about wins and losses every night. Screw everything else. Okay? Screw everything else. Tom Thibodeau it's a win or loss business. Because at the, at the end of the day, when it comes to renew Tom Thibodeau's contract, the first thing that's going to be discussed is wins and losses, not who you developed. Did you make this team a winner or not? So if you're Leon Rose, is the coaching staff doing is the coaching staff doing a good job with Obi Toppin, ensuring that he can be a solid player? You did pick him 8th. Obi was picked 8th. Right? And then you're the front office. You're Leon Rose, right? Did my front office scouting, player development do right by Obi? If you're Leon Rose, you're the president of whatever he is. You're the president of basketball operations. You're not the general manager. You're not a VP like Worldwide West. You're the head honcho. Right? You're Mike Honcho, whatever you want to call it. You're the boss over everybody except James Dolan. Right? You have to look at that team that you assembled and ask them, did we draft the right guy in Obi Toppin? Are we doing everything that we can to develop Obi Toppin? What about the performance team? Is the performance team stepping up and help develop these kids? Are they strong enough? Are they explosive enough? The performance team, and listen, I know there are a lot of people in Knicks universe, right? But also when you look at the Knicks and most NBA teams, it's not as simple as can the guy play or not. You got the performance team in place, you got the front office in place, you got the coaching staff in place, you got the players in place. You have all these entities working together to get a good product. Is the performance team getting the most out of training and rehab and all these different things so that these guys can be well-oiled machines when they step on the floor? If you're Leon Rose, you got to think about these type of things, right? And that's the case for all these players. This is the case with Obi, with RJ. Is the performance team getting the best out of RJ? Is RJ strong enough? Is RJ explosive enough? Are we doing the things with RJ Barrett to make sure that he can thrive in the NBA physically? Miss Geraldine says, that's the problem with us fans. We're always looking to get another team stars, and they don't want to come here. We keep moving back in the draft. We could have drafted a star of our own star. We should have. Right? If you're Leon Rose, though, you have some things to consider. For example, do you trade Randall, who wants to be here? Do you trade Randall for draft picks? And if you trade Randall for draft picks, right? If you trade Randall for draft picks, what type of draft picks are you getting? And are you sure that Obi Toppin is the answer at power forward going forward? See, because you can't make a trade like that and then expect Obi to need 20 or 30 games to get acclimated to being a starter. Nah, you can't do that. If you trade Randall, Obi has to be ready day one. He's been here 2+ seasons. Jay Boogie, my man, is in the building. Jay Boogie says, shout out to the chat. Blessings, health, happiness to you all. Hope all is well with you all. Everybody is in the greatest form of health. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. The hip hop legend himself, Jay Boogie. And James Lee says, is he not ready now? Hey, James, hey, Lee, we don't know. We don't know. And listen, this is why the question is we don't know. How is Obi Toppin look the last 5 to 6 games off the bench? See, in my mind, and I'm going to get back to Leon Rose, but in my mind, if you want to start and you're coming off the bench, you have to be pushing the starter. You have to take the starter's job, right? You have to take the starter's job, man. All this give such and such this and give such and such that, that's for the birds. Now, am I saying Obi is ready or not ready? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to indict one way or the other. I'm indicting on a old school mindset. To beat a man, you got to beat the man. Right? So if you Leon Rose and you face this question, what do you do? Chat, what do you do? Obi Toppin is in his 3rd season. You really don't know what you have. You don't. Right? Do you gamble by keeping him? Because keeping him is a gamble. Right? Or do you parlay what's on film into other talent? And the same thing goes for Quickly. Same draft, 2+ seasons in his 3rd year. You really don't know what you have. The gamble is keeping him. Listen, the gamble is keeping both of them players, and they wind up being Kevin Knox. Right? The vegan is in the building. Tom from Huntington says, we may need to move both Obi and Randall. That is intriguing. That is intriguing. So what I would say to the Obi question, the Quickly question, the Grimes question, the Cam Reddish question, the Miles McBride question is, I don't know if you can gamble on all of these kids. I don't know if you can gamble on all of these kids. The safe play would be find a young star around the league that fits what you want to do as an organization and trade some of these kids for that player. Now, what that sounds like is, oh man, you just jealous of what the other team doing. No, that's not what it is. What it is this. You can't put the battery in the back of like 7 kids. You only get like 3 batteries. Brunson's got one. RJ's got one. Randall's got one. Everybody else is basically on the team trying to get scraps. Our big three is RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson. It's RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson. Everybody else is fighting for scraps. On one night, Cam Reddish will step up. On another night, Obi Toppin will step up. On another night, Emmanuel quickly step up. Another night, Quentin Grimes will step up. But you never get all four of those guys stepping up at the same time. Who argues? Who's going to argue that point? If you want to argue that point, raise your hand. That you never get quickly Obi, Cam, Grimes, all stepping up and say getting you 15 points and good defense in the same night. Who argues that? Sherwin says, who wants these kids? We are not trading Grimes or Cam. Who wants the rest of the kids? I don't know. I don't know. I hadn't thought that far yet, bro. What I'm saying is if you're Leon Rose, do you double down on your current plan? JJ, would you like to see Leon Rose double down on his current plan? I'm asking JJ. That's my man. JJ, I need your help. If you're a Knicks fan over the past, say, year plus, say since the beginning of last year to right to present, when have you seen all 4 or 5? When have you seen 4 or 5 of our kids all play a good game at the same time? Who argues that? And I know we'll rack our minds. So, I was just going to say something, and then the Knicks says, what was his plan? Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. And Miss Geraldine says, how many players or star players knocking on the door to come here? I'm with you. I'm with you, Miss Geraldine. That's my point. That's my point. That's why I'm talking about this right now. That's why I'm not talking about in free agency. Because I know guys excuse me, y'all. I know guys are not going to come here in free agency. I know that. Chef NYK is in the building. Donnie D says, I'm not mad at all. Oh, I'm not mad. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is if you're Leon Rose, you know you're halfway through your current contract, basically. Right? You're basically halfway through your current contract. The results that you've gotten thus far are mediocre at best. Do you pivot? Do you scrap your current plan? And do you make short-term decisions? Do you go and get a veteran point guard so that Jalen Brunson's workload can be lightened? And so you could get a fresh Jalen Brunson in the fourth quarter. That's right. I said it. Y'all heard me. I don't think Jalen Brunson is fresh in the fourth quarter. Y'all can quote me on it. Sid Mears is in the building. Y'all heard me. Jalen Brunson is not fresh in the fourth quarter. I've been holding it now for like 3 weeks. I didn't want to say it. It slipped out, so I'll own it. I didn't want to say it. It slipped out, but whatever. I think the Knicks need another pure point guard. Not a combo guard, not a scoring guard. I think the Knicks need a Mike Conley-esque type point guard. Right? Not to come in and be a star, but to give Jalen Brunson a blow. Just listen, JB, you've been playing super hard, bro. Just let me get these 12 minutes. Let me get these 12, 13 minutes. And JB's still going to play the same amount of minutes. We just want him fresher in the fourth quarter. Does Leon Rose do that? Does Leon Rose go get Mike Conley from Utah? Right? Does he go back to the, dare I say, Danny Ainge? Does he go back to Danny Ainge in the same season and try to get a guard off Danny Ainge's roster? If this team is a playoff team, you go get Clarkson and Conley. Right? You go get Clarkson and your rotation in the backcourt, your 4-guard rotation is Brunson, Grimes, Conley, Clarkson. Right? What does that mean for Emmanuel Quickly? I don't know, bro. It's been 2+ years. How patient can you be? Knicks fans, think about it. Knicks fans, they still get Jalen Brunson at point guard. They still get their true point guard, right? They still play a kid in Quentin Grimes. They get a veteran with playoff experience, tough games, and Conley, and they get the scoring machine that they thought Quickly was in Clarkson coming off the bench. That is a peripheral move. Leon Rose, is that what you do? And Sherwin says, I am shaking my head every time I see DeJounte Murray score 30 points, 8 assists, and lockdown defense. Yep. And the Knicks says Clarkson is starting in Utah. Yeah, he wasn't starting last year. Clarkson wasn't starting last year. And Miss Geraldine says, man, we should have stuck with the rebuild and draft accordingly. But Leon had to hire Mr. Wanna Win Now. Tibbs made the playoffs in a pandemic year, and we weren't ready to win now. Right? Yep. Right? Yep. So if you're Leon Rose, what do you do? Because what happens is if you think Knicks fans, bro, listen. Adam had an excellent point. Right? I don't know if he stated it in a way that Knicks fans can understand or grasp what he was getting at, but Adam had a great point. Adam pointed out the December schedule. Right? And if the Knicks trip and fall in December, nobody wants to hear what Leon Rose has to say, bro. Nobody. Because they're going to point to the accidental playoff berth. They're going to point to last season, and they're going to point to this season. Right? They're going to point to the accidental playoff berth, right? The year the Knicks finished tied for fourth. Remember, the Knicks didn't win the fourth seed outright, right? The Knicks tied with 3 teams for the fourth spot. and we had the tiebreaker on 2 other teams. That's how we secured the 4th seed. Crown Noir was good. Yeah, man. So if Leon Rose, you have decisions to make. Do you go out and get a star? Because the thing is, if you go get a star, if you go out and get a star, it buys you time. If you go out and get a star, it buys you time. If you do nothing, the Knicks fans with torches and pitchforks are gonna be marching down streets, protesting, flipping over tables and kicking in doors. That's what it is. And I mean that in a intellectual sense. Otherwise, is in the building. What's good? Kerry Cox says, can't cry over Spider and Murray anymore. Let's move on. Well, Kerry Cox, the thing is, the key word to that is move, in my opinion. Kerry Cox says, can't cry over Spider and Murray anymore. Let's move on. The key word in that phrase to me is move. See, you can't tell us not to cry over them, and then today we're not moving, not doing anything. Right. James, you read my James, we here. Justin DW is in the building. Justin DW, thank you for the generous contribution. Justin says, someone talked about Rose and IQ going to the Lakers for none and Pat plus the 2027 pick. Is that something that can work or not enough? Rose and IQ for none and Pat Bev plus a 2027 first round pick. I love IQ, but let's do it. I love IQ, but let's do it. That way IQ goes somewhere where he can play and we get defense at the point of attack. Justin DW, thank you for the generous contribution. I think you sent the same super chat, man. You sent the same super chat, bro. I think Justin DW said the same super chat. All right. But he says, someone talked about Rose and IQ, right? Rose and IQ getting to the Lakers for none and Pat Bev plus a 27 first round pick. I say let's do it. Even though I love Rose and I love Quickly, I say let's do it if it means that we get a defender at the point of attack. We get a defender out there that gets in front of Ja and others. And Tom from Huntington, thank you for your generous contribution. Tom says Leon needs to pick a direction, win now or rebuild. Nearly impossible to do both without a ton of luck. They tried to confuse us by changing two-way players every 2 weeks. LOL. Tom, what I would say to that, and thank you for the generous contribution, Tom, what I would say to that, brother, is this. I think Leon Rose does know he needs to pick a direction and go. I think his trepidation is if he picks that direction, Knicks fans are going to be up in arms, right? Because the direction he's going right now is playoffs or bust, right? Playoffs or bust. That's basically where we are with it. Leon Rose is basically playoffs or bust, right? But if Leon Rose does do the Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson deal and bring them in to fortify a playoff team, the Knicks fans that want to rebuild are going to revolt, right? They're going to revolt. I don't wish that to happen, but there are a lot of smart Knicks fans that understand that a rebuild is absolutely necessary. And when you hear their reasoning, it's tough to argue. Right? Uncle Freezy just want to win. I just want to win. I don't care if you win with 19-year-olds or 40-year-olds, man. To be honest, to be quite frank, I don't care if we roll out Caron Butler and Rudy Gay. If we win a championship, I'd love it. I don't care if we roll out Shadon Sharp and Ben Mathurin. If we win a championship, I'd love it. But being stuck in the middle is the frustrating part. I absolutely agree. The chat is on fire tonight, man. Keep y'all comments coming, man. Keep y'all comments coming. Kerry Cox says, man, still say Westbrook coming here off a desperate Leon Rose move. Possibly. But it will let you know what that man is thinking. Decisions. If you're Leon Rose, you're in a delicate situation because first things first, you cannot, and y'all hear me out on this. I'm not saying that it can't happen logistically, you know what I'm saying, or organizationally. What I'm saying that you cannot do it and win the PR battle. Right? And again, to all of the members of the channel, man, we got extra content coming y'all way. We make it just for y'all. Right? So we got some content coming y'all way, man, and we appreciate y'all helping pay the bills, like paying for this thing that I'm using right now and some other stuff. I appreciate y'all. Here's the thing you can't do in New York and win the PR battle. Right? You can't make one or two trades and fire the coach in the same month because it looks desperate. So to Adam's point about the December schedule, one or two things is going to happen. Either the Knicks are going to not make a move and fire Tibbs and see if this roster responds to the new guy, or they'll keep Tibbs and make some trades in order to improve the roster for Tibbs. It's going to be one of those two things, but it won't be both. It doesn't look right. You can't do it. It doesn't look right if you do that. What is all this stuff on the microphone, man? These microphone things, man, they look crazy. Probably need to get some clear tape and just pat it. You know what I'm saying? The sticky part of the tape and just pat it down. My microphone got like an afro. Y'all see it? The microphone. Let me take this thing off, man, and y'all didn't know my microphone had a wig on, right? Yeah, man. Man, y'all are hilarious, bro. Y'all hilarious. Yo, I'm telling you, man, y'all say stuff in the chat, and that's why I can't stay focused. People are like, stay focused, Uncle Freezy, stay focused. Well, tell the chat to stop being funny. You know what I'm saying? Tell the chat to stop being on fire, and I'll, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the thing, like what Adam said, Adam was absolutely right. I don't think he stated it in a way that was, you know, and no disrespect to Adam, because that's my man. But when Adam kept pointing out the December schedule, he was basically telling us that something's gonna happen in December. If the Knicks start losing a ton of games, either the front office are gonna make trades and upgrade the roster, and Tibbs is gonna be here for a while, or the Knicks are gonna fire Tibbs and see if that stimulates the team. All right, man. I done talked y'all to death, man. I've been talking for like an hour. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat, man, so we can get this party started for real. All right. And Miss Geraldine says, unless Dolan steps in, we're not going anywhere. We need to build this team the right way. Right, Miss Geraldine, I agree with you. But here's the thing. I agree with that premise. But what I don't understand is what the right way is. What's the right way? Tell me what the right way is. Let's talk about it. What is the right way? Sherwood says we don't need to make trades. We need to stay bad and get a top 5 and get a top 5 draft pick. Yeah. Kerry Cox says Obi for Kelly Oubre. And JJ says start over. Yeah, anybody in here from the city? Anybody in here from New York? Y'all remember how Kiss FM used to play this song from Miles J? Let's start love over. Back to the way things were. Forget about him and I'll forget about her. Y'all remember that? We can make it. I said, if we try. Let's start love over. What, y'all don't remember Miles J? Come on, man. Where my New Yorkers at? Where my New Yorkers at, man? Nobody remembers Miles J? Let's start love over. Sherwin, my man. You still got a Kiss card? Man, I had a I used to have the Kiss t-shirt. The white Kiss t-shirt with the black writing and the red kiss on it. That was Kiss FM. Wow. Hey, JJ, my man. JJ the one said let's start over. Yeah, I remember that Miles J though. That Miles J used to be the joint. Yeah, man. That family barbecue music. Yeah, man. That's that old school. You know what I'm saying? Let's start love over. Back to the way things were. And for new school cats, I think the Locks. Y'all remember Locks did the joint? I forget. They probably changed it, but yeah, man. But JJ says, let's start over. Right? Rebuild. Start over from the beginning. Right? But here's the thing. Here is the thing. My problem with the start over theory. I'm not saying it's a bad theory. I'm saying that there are a lot of questions to be answered when you say, let's start over. Yeah, man. Kerry Cox said they played a lot of D-Train. Yeah, they played a lot of D-Train. They played a lot of Patrice Rushen. I remember getting ready in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? To go to Dickinson, they got Patrice Rushen on the radio, and now I'm combing my hair. You know what I'm saying? Combing my hair, getting ready to. No, otherwise, I did not have a Jerry curl, bro. No. Otherwise, I never had a Jerry curl, ever. Otherwise says Nas used that on the song called You Wouldn't Understand Off Life Is Good. Hey, Life Is Good is a really good album. Really good album. And DSJ says, The Locks, Let's Start Rap Over featuring Carl Thomas on the Money, Power, Respect album. I love that album. Yeah, man. And the Whispers. And some Shannon. Man. Getting ready in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? Getting the hair ready. Used to have me a part like right here on the side. What you talk about, Willis? But yeah. So, but here's the thing about the rebuild. Just getting back on track. The thing about a rebuild is this. For one, in a rebuild, you often have to get rid of a lot of heartstrings in order for you to start over from scratch. In a rebuild, in a renovation, you often have to start all over from scratch. Boulevard, what's good, man? Sherwin says Chuck Leonard gave me the card at a show for Harlem Week on 125th back in the days when we couldn't get along with the Brooklyn kids. Yes. I was in Jersey City and the van used to, you know how on the radio they used to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? The kids' van is in Jersey City. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 up on the hill. You know what I'm saying? That's where I got my kids card from, man. And my homeboy used to live downstairs from us. Used to be an intern at KISS. He used to be an intern at KISS, and he would get us all the dope KISS stuff, like the KISS bumper stickers. We used to get the KISS bumper stickers and put them on our bedroom door and all that, but whatever. But here's the thing with a rebuild. And I promise y'all, I'm going to try to stay on track. Bim. Yep. Hey, yo, Jersey City. I used to live on Van Nostrand in between Ocean and Martin Luther King. And we used to call it Jackson. It used to be called Jackson. They changed it to Martin Luther King Boulevard. But anyways. In a rebuild, rebuilds are tough, right? Because here are the things. If you rebuild, start all over from scratch, the first thing that's going to be the most irritating thing to a Knicks fan is losing. You're going to have to lose a lot and lose bad, right? In a rebuild, you're going to lose a lot and lose bad. You feel me? Like the other night, I think we lost like 109, 103. In a rebuild, that team's going to lose 125-77. Do you want to sit through that for 2 or 3 years of straight losing? No daylight, no lights at the end of the tunnel, just losing. Just losing, man. Do you want to do that? Do you, as a Knicks fan, do you want to sit through 2 or 3 years of 20-62? Do you want to sit through 2 or 3 years of 17-65. Now, meanwhile, while you're tanking, you're watching the Boston Celtics of the world go to the NBA Finals. You're watching the 76ers of the world go to the NBA Finals. You're watching the Brooklyn Nets go to the NBA Finals. Right? And if you think Stephen A. Smith is talking trash now, and if you think Stephen A. Smith is talking trash now, you wait until we're helpless. See, because you never heard the expression kick a man while he's falling down. See, that makes no sense. You don't kick a man while he's falling down. You wait till we get down and then see how many people come out to kick us. Is that what you want? Are you willing to sit through that? Justin DW, thank you for your generous contribution. Justin DW says, the last 10 chips have been won by guys who will be top 20 all-time besides 2019. I'd rather a shot for an all-time player than fighting to be the Bulls. Right? Now, I get it. I get that part of it. I'm not judging you either way. Right? I'm not judging you either way. What I'm asking you is, are you going to be cool when the Knicks trade RJ Barrett to the Detroit Pistons for 2 first-round draft picks way, way, way down the road? Are you going to be cool with that? Are you going to be cool with the Knicks trading Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley to the Dallas Mavericks for Maxi Keebler and a first-round pick, 2 first-round picks way down the road? Are you going to be cool with that? Are you going to be cool with that? And are you going to be cool when your rivals come into the building? Your rivals come into the building and they flipping bottles on the sideline. Are you going to be cool with that? Right? Are you going to be cool with the Toronto Raptors coming into the Garden and beating us by 50? Are you going to be cool with that? Now, mind you, we wanted the one thing, but we don't know if we want the other. Because tanking is like surgery, right? It's like surgery, right? You get the doctor cuts you open. On surgery, the doctor creates another wound on you, right? To fix the bigger problem, right? But are you okay with that? Rebuilding is like surgery, right? The doctor creates new wounds to fix the bigger issues. And if you're a Knicks fan, are you okay with that? Are you okay with sitting around for 3 seasons of 15 wins, 15-67? Are you okay with that? See, because the thing is, as I do a show, right, I see all the intent from people in the chat. They say, man, we should be rebuilding, we should be tanking. And then when we lose to the Bucks, people come on the live stream crying, whining, drunk out of their mind. High. You know what I'm saying? People want to come on high and drunk. And, no, man, I love the Knicks. I just want to win. Nah, man, nah. It's this thing. Either you want to rebuild and accept losing so that you can get that star, or you want to try to win from where you are. But you can't be both. You can speak to both, but you can't be both. Right? A lot of Knicks fans in the chat, and listen, and this is not an indictment on my people. You know I love y'all, man. We rock together all the time. It's like 75, 70 something people in here, man. Y'all hit the like button too, by the way. Y'all hit the like button, man, to support y'all channel. Right? Make sure y'all hit the like button. I gotta keep. I forgot. I gotta remind everybody because sometimes we get so wrapped up in and rocking and commenting and all of that stuff. And man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel too, man. Subscribe to the channel. But the thing is you want to rebuild, but on the nights that we beat the Detroit Pistons by 30 and flex our muscle, we celebrating. Right? So if you're Leon Rose and you see all these mixed signals and all these different things, you're like, man, Knicks fans don't know what they want. Yeah, Knicks fans know what they want. The Knicks fans want a full-on rebuild. That's what the majority of Knicks fans want. And so Ms. Geraldine says, a rebuild doesn't mean tanking. I want to see them win. Well, I mean, how do you do both though? How do you rebuild and win at the same time? I'm asking. Y'all tell me, how do you rebuild and win at the same time? I'm just asking. There's no ill intent. I'm not saying it with venom in my voice. I'm not saying it sarcastic. I'm asking. Because if you can rebuild and win at the same time, then do it. Then do it. I think that's what this team is trying to do right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to develop the young guy. And listen, Leon Rose said it himself. We played the interview. Leon Rose said, we are trying to make the playoffs while developing the youth. He said it in an interview with Alan Hahn. We played it right here on the air. And it puts us in that weird space that you can't make a rebuild move because if you trade a key player, that key player that was helping you win is gone. I hope we can do that. I hope we can rebuild and win at the same time. That's the dream. That's my dream. Rebuild and win at the same time. Man, listen, I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love it. Bully says we are in a crazy space, no identity. And Andrew College says Cam and Jericho are keepers. Yeah, man. So tomorrow, I'm gonna be on with GLO Mavs. The name of their joint is We Talk Mavs. I'll be on with them tomorrow after the game. You know what I'm saying? Representing for the city. Y'all know me. Represent. Right? And then they're going to come on and they're going to be a part of the show also probably either next week or the week after or something like that, and we'll talk NBA basketball and how teams view the Knicks. Right? Also, I'm gonna be on with Heck. I'm gonna be on Heck's YouTube channel December 9th. Knights of Deegan. I'm gonna be on with them, just talking about the creative process and what makes a good content creator and what makes a dude that just talks all the time. And so here's the thing. I'll give y'all a hint. So anybody that want to do this, what makes a good content creator is listening to your people. When Miss Geraldine talk, I listen. Right? When JJ talk, I listen. Bodega Wi-Fi talk, I listen. When they say something, not listening in that listening sense, but when they put something in the chat, I'll read it and take it in. Y'all get what I'm saying? And sometimes, I'll listen to Miss Geraldine, and then I'll listen to Sherwin, and I'll say, well, Miss Geraldine said this, and Sherwin will be like, Uncle Freezy, always flip-flopping. And I'm like, just because I listen to Miss Geraldine? Come on, you got to have more respect for us than that. And then if I listen to Sherwin, I'll be like, yeah, Sherwin said such and such. And then people will be like, man, Uncle Freezy, always flip-flopping. No, not really. Yeah, I'm just listening to everybody, man. That's all. We got a dope platform here that you can come in the chat and state whatever it is that you want to state, man. It's like whatever. We just gonna be dope. Right? But the thing is, though, just getting back to my point, man, about the decisions by Leon Rose. If you're Leon Rose, you're in a precarious situation, and it's not the Knicks' fault, fan. You know why? Leon Rose, you put yourself there. And so Miss Geraldine says, with the real rebuild, we're not going to win every game, but we will win some games. We'll never get anywhere just trading players for other players. A young team will be exciting to watch, number one. Yep. I agree with you. And so to your point, what I think you're saying is you don't have to tank. You can rebuild, but you don't have to tank. And maybe I alluded to rebuilding as tanking. Maybe I probably went there like rebuilding and tanking is the same thing, and rebuilding and tanking are not the same thing. It's not the same thing. But if you're Leon Rose, you're in a precarious situation where you do have to upgrade the roster. You do have to upgrade the roster. We all know that this roster is not good enough. We all know that this roster is not good enough, man. We gotta make some upgrades on this roster. You need a backup point guard. You're not gonna win with Derrick Rose and Emmanuel Quickly as your backup point guards. It's just not happening. You got to get scoring punch off the bench. We don't have a guy coming off the bench that threatens you with scoring. Our center situation is topsy-turvy. One night a guy looks like Bill Russell, and the next night he looks like Kurt Russell. And Tom says we should target young, promising players on other teams, even if we slightly overpay. Maybe a Scotty Barnes from Toronto or a Devin Vassell from the Spurs. Devin Vassell is the guy that I'm targeting. Devin Vassell is the guy that I'm targeting. And listen, there is no harm in targeting a young player. There's no harm in targeting a young player from another team. We did it last year. We traded for Cam Reddish in January. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know. And James Lee says, "Hey, the Raptors not giving up Scotty Barnes for Durant. We ain't getting them." Yeah, I know. I saw it. But what I want to say though, what I want to mention though is this: if you are the Knicks, you're in a precarious situation because if you have faith in the kids, then you want to keep all these kids and watch them develop, right? If you don't have faith in these kids in the short term, not in the long term, because I think these kids are going to be fine NBA players. But if the short term goal is to win right now, and these kids ain't ready to win right now, then you got to consolidate these kids and bring in a veteran that plays a certain role, or you got to trade these young kids for one young up and coming star and rock with him. Just got to do it. You have to do something because staying pat satisfies nobody, right? Staying pat only cements yourself in purgatory. Man, so I done ran out of stuff. I think I got to get out of here now. I tell you what, I'm gonna wrap up right here. Then I think I done ran out of intellectual gas, so I'm gonna wrap up right here. I'm going here and hug the missus, man. We had a great day today, man, and thank you for all y'all well wishes. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. I might try to sneak back on later, but we'll see. We have a game tomorrow early. So I might not be able to do it. But anyway, thank y'all for coming through, hanging out with your mans, talking this talk the way that we like to have that Knicks talk to us. I'm out of here, y'all.